Welcome to Tecmo Tuesday. We are in the final week of the regular season, week 14. I know it says week 17, but you should know by now how that goes. We are playing the final game, and it is not going to affect us. We got the St. Louis Cardinals, and 10-3, 10-3, 11-2. All right, so yeah, even if we lost and both the Cowboys and Rams won their games, and we all were 11-5, the Rams have a 49 point plus differential. We have a 140 point plus differential. And the Cowboys have a 40-point differential. So, yeah, we are going to win that tiebreak and get the first seed no matter what happens. So, in that case, because of that, I am going to play the backups. And before anything... the problem is I've already got some... You know what? I'm not even going to change any of this because if whatever changes I make here are just going to be reset if any of these three guys comes back. And I think it's pretty possible that at least one of them will. So I'm just gonna dive straight into it. First I'll auto skip. All right, so we have there are some playoff implications. Well, as far as the wild card goes here, because the Dolphins are in, and you got three teams below them. Steelers and Oilers are still fighting for a spot. Fighting for that. The division lead, because it's going to be tough with all these other 7-6 teams, including the Raiders here. So you've got a bunch of teams fighting for the wild card. The divisions are pretty much wrapped up, except for, maybe the Central. This division's obviously wrapped up. Giants are still at 7-6. They are, in the hunt for the last spot. It's really between Giants and Lions. The Bears are definitely in. The Vikings are... They're probably in unless there's a bunch of 8-6. Even with that, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it could happen. Well, either way, let's skip these games and see what happens. We'll go from there. So Falcons beat the Saints, and now it's our game. So we'll see how the rest of the league looks after this game here. All right, Anthony Davis is back. Jimmy Dubose is back. Now, is Huff coming back? No, our quarterback is still on the shelf, and we're not going to know about his status until the divisional round when we play our first game. But I will, I'm going to kick off first. But I will put the backups in when we get the ball first, because that's the only time you can make offensive substitutions. Can't even say it. So this game doesn't mean much, so it's a very relaxing game. The only thing to worry about is injuries. Oh shit, I can't rush up the middle. I found myself going back on the fake. I was following the running back, and then I went back after the quarterback, but I have the rule where I don't rush up the middle on pass plays, and it's been recently implemented where I don't rush the kicker either, because it was starting to become too easy to block the kicks. And it was actually suggested by a comment. I do not remember who was that said it, but whoever it was, thanks. That was a good idea. Nice pick. Nice pick by Cotney. He's ready for the playoffs. But it's gonna be weird next week because I won't be playing any of the 4 games in the wild card round. It's gonna be entirely a spectator situation for me. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. I gotta change this shit. All right, so I already got him in there. I'll put DeBose and Williams in. I'll swap out these guys, and I don't want Haggins returning anything. We'll put McKay in for that role. I mean, the running back situation, it's like, it's kind of been a bit of a committee anyway. Oh, shit. Well, I mean, he's the backup for a reason, I guess. Although he has, you know, I shouldn't say that. He's done his job filling in. But that was still a rough, it was not a long pass, and he was inaccurate as hell. So if we have to, use him... I was hoping to get another pick. But 3 interceptions in a half a quarter. That would have been something. Oh, they got a shotgun play here. I think this is a throw. I don't think they have a shotgun run. Ah, man. You're definitely running up the middle. I know you're going to run up the middle. Yep. No, didn't make him lose enough yardage, though. It's like, I'm in a situation like that where they're really close to the end zone, I like to, you know, try to, whenever we get a blitz like that, I always want to, you know, make him lose some yardage. Oh, shit. Ah. I got caught up in that block in the middle, and I knew... I saw the lane. Metcalf had all kinds of space. It was doomed. Excuse me. Well, McKay with a nice return. It's not just Haggins that returns the ball well, and that was, boy, these guys have come to play. They're not in the playoff hunt, but they have come to play this final game of the season. Alright, that was a good thing I avoided him. Because that would have been a loss of yardage. Instead, it's a first down. So it's little plays like that. Oh, no! Alright, that's fine. An overthrow is nice in that situation. The defender caught up with him right as I pressed the throw button. And I was like, oh, shit, he's gonna be covering him. I saw that he was about to change gears there. Alright, 3rd and 1. I'm not going to do the run up the middle because they always call that on defense, more often than not. So we'll just try to get Williams to pick up the first. And it worked. Alright, nice. There's a lot of room there. That will go up the middle. And they knew it. They snuffed it out. Alright, well, forget that play. Let's go for that play, actually. I don't think they're going to call it this time. Oh, they're going to get closed up, though. Every linebacker just sucked into the middle right at the same time. It was hopeless. That's why they kick it to the outside. This is 1977. You know, the Super Bowl was, you know, it was in the early days. There wasn't a lot of Super Bowl history. It was the, you know, what, the 12th season, so there would have been Super Bowl 12 coming up. Yeah, there wasn't much in the way of... because I'm thinking about the fact that I am going for a repeat Super Bowl win as an expansion team, too, no less. But there, you know, like, there are only 12 Super Bowls, so how often could you have a shot at repeating? And I'm trying to think of how often it even happened. And you know, the Packers did it right off the bat at Super Bowls 1 and 2, and then the Steelers had 74 and 75. Yeah, so they. So they had done it before, too. But, you know, in 11 Super Bowls, and you have 2 repeats, that's a decent amount. Because I'm thinking, in reality, right now, it hasn't happened since 2003, 2004. So, within, what, a 12-year period, it happened twice, and it's been 20 years now since it's happened at all. And, you know, you can say all you want about how it's like, oh, it's parity because of the way teams are built with free agency. You know, good teams get, you know, bad teams get good quicker, and good teams slump down quicker. It's harder to keep a good team together. But, you know, I don't find that to be entirely the case. I mean, you had the motherfucking Patriots dynasty that lasted 2 decades. They were always there. They're always in the fucking AFC Championship every goddamn year. You know, you'd always see Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Green Bay. These teams were, you know, well-established, well-run organizations. You'd see in the playoffs a lot. The Colts when, oh shit! This is the goddamn. You know what? Whatever. I'm not paying attention at all to the fact that it's gonna be halftime right now. So I'll just launch one into the end zone and see what happens. All right, didn't work. But this is kind of like a preseason game for us anyway, so whatever. I mean, I'd like to win it. I would. But I'm not dialed in, you know? It's like, I'm really just hoping that people don't get hurt, and that they come back when the next game does happen, for the ones that are hurt. Right now, it's the one that's hurt. I mean, we were a mash unit going into this game. 2 of the guys came back, but our QB is out of commission, and it's not good when you look at, you know, how Blount has fared filling in. At least on that first play. That was pretty bad. But I've been very conservative with him. I haven't been, I mean, aside from that launch just now to end the half, I pretty much just tried to make sure that he doesn't end up in bad situations. I don't throw with him that much, and when I do, I try to be as safe as possible. So, you know, it limits the game plan big time. Well, these Cardinals have a good run defense. You know, we've had a couple of nice runs, but it's been mostly not so much. How do you drop that? Did you put too much mustard on it, maybe? I mean, shit. Everybody's covered. Except for you. And they just... that guy swooped in there, just dove into... Yeah, so... Again, you know, it's... these kind of mistakes you don't want to make in the playoffs. You do not want to be throwing picks like this. You know, it was like, I thought that he might be faking that. They do have the play fake. That's a run up the middle, but, so I wanted to kind of stay at home there. Damn it. And there is a TD for Metcalf. You know, it was bound to happen to give up a big run like that. You know, that was the first time the defense, you know, really had a rough go. But both of their scores were off of turnovers. You know, it was, but this one, they weren't put in as good a field position. All right, so we gotta start moving here. We gotta, because it's getting down to it. You know, I mean, there's plenty of time, but you know, we got to score on this drive, and we can't kick a field goal because 8 points is not. Oh shit! Just make sure you throw it on to. I was like, just don't overthrow him, and I think the fact that he threw it as near as he did was the reason for the block. They've got some fast guys in the secondary too. It seems like. You know, these Cardinals were not a bad team. The Cardinals had very little to no luck going all the way back the last few decades. Oh shit, that was not even to the guy I was supposed to throw to. I was just avoiding the sack. You know, back in this time period, the 90s, and then even into the 2000s, into the late 2000s, Cardinals were not a good team. They were always out of the playoffs, pretty much. Or not even a contender. But in the 70s, they had some good teams. And then, you know, they had a lot of potential, even going into the 80s, when they picked up Otis Anderson. Oh, shit. All right, let's go to Dubose. Fuck! All right, well, shit. Well, I'm definitely going for it. Alright, I'm trying to pass two. Shit! Hey, it worked! Alright, down to the one. I know you're gonna call it, aren't you? You're not calling it. Alright, there it is. Took us into the fourth quarter to finally get in the end zone, but we did. Alright, let's get the ball back. I know that, you know, the computer AI in that instance would have kicked it onside because it's the fourth quarter and you're trailing. But, you know, there is like a less than 5% chance that you can actually recover it. So, you know, I'm only down 4 minutes, 3.5, almost 4 minutes left. I think that we can get the ball back, and oh my god, how did that happen? Alright, got him. I think they're gonna still run it. I did call a split backs play. Yep. Third down. This is not the play I called. Get off me. Come on, block that. Alright, we getting the ball back. It's all coming down to this. And I gotta pee, so let's go get it done. I have the urgency to, you know, I'm on and off the field here. I keep chasing him. Nothing. Nothing happened there. At least it wasn't a sack. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Everybody is blanketed. Get out of bounds. Not much there. Minute and a half. We're hardly moving the ball. Shit. How's that? You know, Owens, or not Owens, he's not on the field, because they got all the backups in. Again, everybody's covered. Alright, at least I get the clock stopped. Let's, go for the shotgun. Go for the shotgun play again. Oh my god, where are you throwing? To the opponent, that's who you're throwing it to. He was open, too. Well, you know, yeah. Against the big dogs, it's not going to be good to go in there with this QB. 3 picks. And that's the game. Alright, well. Yeah, well, this is not, you know, again, we had the backups in. It is what it is. The those 3 picks, that was the big difference. They got both of the touchdowns on those turnovers. Turnovers are huge. The stats were more or less even. You know, they're not a huge difference, but those, you know, the turnovers, they killed us. And if we go into the playoffs making mistakes like that, then forget about it. Forget about it. All right, let's see what happens here. The Bears lose to the Giants. The Cowboys beat the Broncos, and that clinches the NFC East for them as far as the game is concerned. They definitely had the division already. But the game didn't recognize it because they were thinking of the 16-game season. The Packers lose to the Niners. The Seahawks lose to the Browns. The Dolphins beat the Bills. And that, you know, same thing. Officially clinches it for Miami. The Ravens, the Colts beat, I lost track there. The Rams beat the, I'm all over the place. Raiders beat the Chiefs. The Steelers lose to the Chargers. The Eagles beat the Jets. The Oilers lose to Cincinnati. The Vikings beat up on the Lions. And the Steelers have clinched the Central. That one was kind of up in the air because of the point differential thing. The Chiefs, we already knew, had the West. Us as the Central champs. It was, you know, this is the first time that we had won the division in Tecmo Tuesday. Let's take a look at the playoff brackets. So Dolphins and Jets get in. The Patriots and Bills, also 7-7, do not make the cut. Steelers get in. The Oilers do not. They lost their game. And then the Chiefs, Raiders, and Chargers get in. Wild Wild West will be wild. The Cowboys and Giants are in for the East. Ourselves, the Bears and Vikings get in, and then you'll have the Rams in the West. Let's get a look at the brackets. So Raiders and Chargers play. Winner takes on the Chiefs. The Jets and Steelers go at it, going up against the winners of that can be the Dolphins. Cowboys and us, the Bucks, have the bye. Bears versus Vikings and Giants versus Rams. We will be playing the winner of Giants-Rams. Yeah, the real staples of the NFC during the 70s, Cowboys, Vikings, Rams. All 3 made the playoffs here. And then you got, you know, the surprises of Bucks, Bears, and Giants, who were not staples of the 70s. The only staple the Bucks were of the 70s was just losing. Well, not the entire decade. They did improve toward the end of it. I digress. You know, they had quite the story of going from worst to first. But anyway, that is it for the the regular season. Let's take a quick look at the rankings. How did we do in total offense? Not good. Last place. We are dead last in passing. And we were 21st in running the ball. Our defense was tops. We were the best against the pass, and we were 27th against the run, not at the very bottom. The Packers have that distinction. League leaders, let's take a quick look at this because I have to pee pretty bad by this point. Yeah, we're not even on the list here. Scoring, do we have anybody? Yeah, we have it. I don't know. Missed 1 field goal, 82 points. That's pretty good. I know we don't have any interceptions. Punt returns. McKay had 12.8 yards a pop there, coming in at 3rd place. And Haggins had a good run at it, too. Kickoffs, yeah, we know who's got that one. Haggins with 4 touchdowns. I think the only one with any points. Did anybody else get touchdowns? No, he has a quarter of every game he has a touchdown. A quarter of every game. A quarter of the season he has one in at least a game by average. Sacks, I don't think we're going to be on here. Nope. Punting, we're tops. 54.6 yards average. And then rushing. You know, we had a decent... I guess, like just under the middle of the pack. But yeah, nobody in the top 30 because, we do a run back by committee deal and then receiving. I always go with the receptions, but let's take a look at yards. Yeah, nothing. So yeah, we don't have the shiniest numbers, but we got the wins, and we were 11-5 to close out the year. And we will see how it goes next week. Next week we won't be playing. We'll just be watching the 4 wild card games, and we'll be taking on the winner of Giants and Rams, which is the last game on the docket. So we'll start off with the Raiders Chargers, then we'll go over to Bears Vikings, then Jets Steelers, and we'll close it out with Giants and Rams. That's it for this week. Next week, like I said, it's gonna be simulation, but we'll see who we will be playing the week after that. That's all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.